Hello and welcome back to Blackwatch Intel. My name is Crashy, and today we're going to be doing a video talking about the perception of balance versus literal balance. Now, this is a topic that we've seen and heard about a lot in the past, and the one specific quote that comes to mind coming from Jeff Kaplan is, "The perception of balance is often more powerful than balance itself." Now, this means a few things, and this video is not going to be very long, but it's kind of a return video from the dialogue that's been started around these Roadhog discussions lately, especially with some of the Facebook groups that I'm joined with. And essentially, I think the overall perception is that the balance of Roadhog currently is very bad. He's over-nerfed, he's useless, he's bad, and I just don't agree with that. I think that it's only been a week. I think that we need more time to let the meta evolve, and I think overall, while he might not be at the top tier of the tank list, he still has quite a value to bring, and that's not the only hero. There are many heroes out there, and we've talked about her in the past. Sombra, I think she's an amazing pick. The pro scene's starting to run her more and more, and overall the perception of Sombra and Roadhog currently is that they're useless, they're bad, they don't fill their role properly, when that's not always the literal case, the actual case in terms of balance and in terms of meta. So why is it this way? Well, the way that I see it is that the professionals, the top tier, the best of the best, they will devise strategies and different team compositions and different ways to play heroes in certain slots of their team in order to find the best way to win. Now, we've talked about meta in the past, and that's exactly what meta is. It's finding the best way to win, most effective tactic available. And that can mean anything. It can mean running Sombra in a support role. It can mean running 3 DPS. It can mean running, 3 tanks. And we've seen all of that trickle down from the pro scene, from the top tier players, and hit the competitive ladder. Now, when those things happen, when those team comps happen, it takes a little bit of time for those strategies to slowly work their way down the ladder. And overall, you will start to see people will adapt those strategies. You start to see the triple tank metas, the 3 DPS dive comps, the hard dive comps now that we're seeing. Now, with a character like Sombra, she has a bit more of a unique playstyle, I'd say. She fills a DPS role 9 times out of 10, and she, in terms of competitive ladder, and she gets a lot of her value out of hacking and not specifically getting frags herself, in my opinion. When I play a lot of Sombra, I tend to really prioritize my hack targets. I want to make sure that I'm getting high value out of hacking, therefore allowing more damage from the team overall to make it in, looking for picks on healers, etc., etc. So a lot of her value comes in the form of displacing or ruining opportunities or getting rid of very key specific abilities, like the ability for flankers, Winston, any of the characters in dive comp to dive by hacking them, getting rid of Mercy's ability to res, Reinhardt's shield, etc. So Roadhog's new value just hasn't been figured out yet in full. I feel like it hasn't quite trickled down. The pros aren't playing him much because dive comp is strong, but that doesn't mean he's useless. And all in all, we've discussed his value currently, what I believe to be his new playstyle, and I think that holds true. I've been playing him a lot lately, or some lately, on my Smurf account. You can see in the background here with this footage, and I enjoy playing him. I have a decent time with him, and while I'm not that same hard carry, I don't think he's absolutely useless, and I still think that he has a very strong potential to be a top tier pick in certain situations. Now, like I've said in the past, the current meta in terms of what we see 9 times out of 10 is dive comp, and I don't think that's going to change just yet. But the perception of how bad a hero is often not necessarily true. For example, nobody enjoys having Hanzo on their team, but if it was Siegel, well, that's not so bad. Now, of course, he is a pro player, but you see my example. He's not as bad as you think. And while the perception of Hanzo, Sombra, and Widowmaker, and all these characters being useless is definitely true, it is almost somewhat understandable, but I do think it's important to understand what this kind of mind game is that we play in Overwatch, and be a little bit more open overall to the picks that are on your team. I guess the major takeaway from this is, don't stress on the team comp so much. Really focus on your gameplay, focus on creating an opportunity with whatever comp you have, and just do your best in your games. So that's the video for today. Thank you so much for checking this one out. We've been getting a lot of love and a lot of subs lately. The channel is definitely growing and I'm really enjoying it. So thanks again for watching. Please do not leave without leaving a like. Subscribe if you like the content. We're going to be pushing out topic videos, discussions, meta reports, strategies, and more every single day. And I'm looking forward to seeing you for the next one. Take it easy.